role of middlemen in business is essential for trade facilitation, ensuring easy distribution of goods and services from the manufacturer to the consumer. They close gaps of time and distance within the business sphere. If you like, you can call them intermediaries, and this role cannot be overemphasized. The importance of the role notwithstanding, there are allegations of sharp practices by these group of people and how they induce inflation in some cases. On this edition of Dateline 360, we will be moving around the country looking at how the activities of middlemen impact trade of different products. I am Omotola Omojala. Thanks for tuning in. One of the rules that guide price determination is market forces. But some economic watchers say without factoring in the roles middlemen play in price determination is like building a castle in the air. Ikechukwu Ndukwe in this report examines the contemporary dynamics in the market supply chain with the role of middlemen in focus.
From the economic balance, middlemen who are wholesalers liaise between the producers of products or services and the retailers. But in Nigerian market, you will see those who parade themselves as middlemen, but their main function is referrals. These referrals are done not without a price. Let's go into the market and find out what these men really do.
We negotiate with the people before they bring in the customers. So many of them that are bringing the customers here, they will talk another thing with the customers and come here and tell us another thing.
It is typical of every Nigerian market to find middlemen who form a cluster, usually at the entrance of such markets. These sets of gentlemen and sometimes ladies do not own shops but leverage on their mastery of the market to earn a living. About the economic live wire of Abuja State is not left out in this practice. A visit to some producers of clothing, shoes and bags revealed the activities of middlemen as good and most times ugly.
These people will come, the middlemen we are talking about now. If they come, they will just add their own money to the cost of the product. And when they add their own, then they will go and deliver it. The customer over there, who does not know that is not the actual price of this product, will try to sell it at that exorbitant rate, which will be very difficult for him or her. And by so doing, it will be impossible for them to come back as easy as possible.
A shoe producer at a rare international market, the role of middlemen has caused a lot of setbacks in business, as most of them are greedy and skyrocket prices. Though middlemen play vital roles of matching buyers and sellers and facilitating transactions between them, sometimes in agreement and most times without the knowledge of the producers. For members of the gang, typical activities of middlemen in Nigerian markets falls within international best practice, but must be regulated to avoid security profiling.
It's not helping matters. Because you look at me now, the clothes I'm wearing to the shoe that I'm putting on, they are all made in Aba. Aba made them. But if you go directly to the people who make it, you are likely to get it at an affordable, reasonable price. But once you come in with any middleman, connects you, definitely the price is going to either double or triple or something there.
We are not saying that these people shouldn't exist. Middlemen ought to be strictly checked until government come up with regulatory bodies to check the activities of these middlemen. Most of them, while doing those activities in the market, most of them are also watching whether you are a big client or a big customer or not. Most of them may also give information that may lead to your kidnap, may also give information to some of these persons, the right owners of some shops, to also defraud you.
When next you visit any market, be sure that you deal with the owners or producers of such commodities. In Aba, Ikechukwu Ndukwe for Dateline 360.
Middlemen or intermediaries, as we may call them, play a crucial role in trade by connecting producers with consumers, streamlining distribution and improving market efficiency. However, they can also increase cost, reduce producer control, and exploit both ends of the supply chain, buying cheaply from the producers and selling at high margins to consumers. Keigam Mustafa investigates the role of the middlemen in the cap-making business industry in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital.
Middlemen are deeply embedded in every business environment, particularly in the buying and selling of goods and services. While they provide logistical support and market access, many are known to exploit producers by purchasing goods at very low prices and reselling them at inflated rates, placing a strain on the broader economy. This is especially evident in the traditional cap market, specifically Zannabukar caps, meticulously handcrafted in Bama, Borno State, mainly by women and young men. These artisans produce caps with great care, yet middlemen often control prices using their knowledge of market trends and negotiation skills. In Maiduguri, these caps are culturally significant, especially during Pride prayers, Eid celebration, weddings, and political events. Demand typically rises before major festivals like Salah and fall afterward, impacting prices accordingly. Distribution is managed through a network of partners and intermediaries who keep track of consumers' preferences. Those who have been in the business for over 2 decades highlight how middlemen buy at unfairly low prices and sell at premium rates depending on cap design, quality, and finishing.
Modern design is more valuable than the oldest one. During cold season, knitting is different. Thereby, prices would be high, but during hot season, production would be low.
Akwai wanda ake dinka da DMC, akwai wanda ake dinka da koki, akwai wanda ake dinka da misra. So koki and
there are different types of thread like DMC, koki, and misra. Which DMC is the best? Knitting is the important aspect of a cap, which attracts more profits.
Artisans like Rahma Mohammed, Fana Abubakar, and Yabintu Abubakar often sell to middlemen out of desperation, needing immediate funds.
I am selling my product at the rate of 6,000 naira to 7,000 naira. However, Bama design is 10,000 naira specifically. We are selling it from 10,000 to 11,000 naira. I am selling it for 15,000 to 25,000 naira.
Some buyers emphasize that caps are an integral part of their cultural identity, with preferences based on craftsmanship, color, and style.
This cap is an important part of our culture, tradition, and customs. It also serves as a head warmer during the cold season. The cap complements outfits of any color, and I feel satisfied and confident when I wear it. The cap is a popular decorative item among people from various ethnic backgrounds. Even visitors from other states use this cap and it suits them well. In fact, I just bought 4 myself.
Middlemen also face challenges such as limited access to production areas due to insecurity, seasonal shifts, and economic pressures. And these factors often impact pricing and availability.
There are so many extortions that emanating from the middlemen, because sometimes producer may produce goods, making it available to the market. But due to the activities of the middlemen, it creates a kind of inflation that is high in price. And now subsequently other middlemen may also intervene as the trend continue, the more it goes, the more the price is inflating. It has a greater impact on the consumers eventually.
Behind each finely embroidered Zanabukar cap is the painstaking work, dedicated local artisans. Yet, while these craft people invest time and talent into each piece, middlemen often reaps the greatest financial rewards, livelihoods, but also threatens the picture of this rich cultural heritage. I am Kaigama Mustafa, reporting for Dateline 360.
Green Market, a thriving hub for grains and food items in Adamawa State, plays a vital role in the food supply chain. It connects local farmers to traders and ultimately consumers across the nation. Simon Asher takes a closer look at the dynamics of the market, exploring how it facilitates the exchange of goods and services in the state.
Green Market, located in Fofore local government area of Adamawa State, is a renowned hub for grains and food items. The market plays a vital role in connecting local farmers to traders and consumers across the region. At the market, local farmers sell their produce to traders at a farm gate. Prices vary depending on the quality and quantity of the produce. Traders then transport the goods to the market using various means of transportation. Prices at Green Market are relatively low compared to other markets. However, the profit margin for middlemen at times is significantly high, ranging from 20 to 30%. This profit margin is determined by the market forces.
Farashin nan kasan kilo ne muke siya, kuma ana kai kamfanoni kala-kala. Wani kamfani za su iya yi ma farashi mai kyau.
We buy each kilogram for 520 in Green Market and sell 560 in nearby market in Yola, and in Kano is sold for 600 naira per kilo.
Idan mun kai kamfani a nan na kusa, a nan a Jimeta na kusa kenan, suna siya 550.
For instance, a bag of maize is sold for 41 to 42,000 naira at the market, compared to its price of 38,000 from the interlands. A comparison of prices at Green Market and Kazombu in Yola reveals a significant price difference. For example, a bag of maize that sells for 41 to 42,000 at Green Market can be sold for up to 51 to 52,000 naira in the city markets.
The prices is high at the city market because the means of transporting the goods from the market.
Curious about the price disparity, I visited a rice milling factory and discovered that they make an additional 6,000 to 8,000 naira per bag. Buyers at Green Market prefer to purchase from the market due to low prices, then sell at a higher price in city markets, making more profits.
I spoke to some of the middlemen and they told me that they prefer to buy from the Green Market because of lower prices. But the question is, what happens to the consumer who ultimately bear the cost of these price increases?
The prices is always increasing at the city market, bringing on toll hardship to the common man.
Despite its importance, Green Market faces significant infrastructural challenges, including inadequate storage facilities and transportation network. To address these challenges, the government and private sectors must invest in improving the market's infrastructure. Additionally, promoting fair trade practices and reducing the profit margin of middlemen can help create a more equitable and sustainable food system. By understanding the dynamics of Green Market, it will be easy to create a more efficient and sustainable food supply chain that benefits all. For Dateline 360, Simon Asher.
Now, apart from trade facilitation between buyers and sellers, middlemen are also essential for market feedback, warehousing, and distribution, among others. Their involvement, however, market watchers note, lead to increased cost of products for consumers. Sandra Akeme in Abuja has more.
The activities of middlemen in trade can be a complex issue requiring a multifaceted approach while connecting producers to consumers. In agricultural markets, middlemen can have a significant impact on food security by buying up farm products at low prices and selling them at high prices, while in the real estate, freelancers contribute in-house deficits, thereby discouraging genuine investors from getting involved due to marginal profits that can ultimately threaten the economy.
I don't get any man where they supplying for me. No. So my honor to send somebody to go direct to the market. So all the thing why me the bring produce shop not direct.
These agents, you may be in your office. Why they come to meet you? They have a land for sale. These are for percentage. If you may not go into the site to look for a place to buy, but they will be the one that will give you a clue that's the land for sale. And from that place, you give them their percentage. The owner of the land give them their percentage. From there, they build up their life and things move normally. So I encourage them.
Sometimes the business you do might not have the depth of reach you need to be able to get to a wide range of customers who want to buy. And some of these middlemen have the network, the contacts, and the reach to these people. And when they discuss with them, they bring them to you to transact business with you. That's good middleman business. But when you have a middleman who is gallivanting the market and pulling ladies' handbags and dragging women on their blouse to come and buy things from shops, and then insist on certain inflated prices, and then extort customers and extort the owners of the shop, and most of them are violent criminals. They are a nuisance to the society, and these are the people who don't want in any business environment. So it depends on the approach, and it depends on what the middleman wants to do and what kind of middleman he or she is in business.
They might not have all the real information needed to sell the company outside there. So some of them will carry half information, some carry negative information about the company. That is the only bad aspect of it that I know that middlemen trading might be discouraged. But positively, they have a lot of impact because they help the company to grow. They are the ones that have direct contact with the investors or the clients.
To address the challenges posed by middlemen, trade unions are working on trade facilitation initiatives by providing tools for seamless transactions.
Yes, what we are doing in the market as it is now is called profiling. Profiling, we are doing it in collaboration with the Department of State and Nigerian Police Force and FCT, Abuja Investments, Abuja Market Management Limited, and the association, to see that we profile everybody who does business within the market environment. They have their ID cards, they have other things that we need to know what exactly they are doing. And when we find that these are criminal elements who are just gallivanting the market and harassing customers, or suspecting customers and traders also, we will take measures to eliminate them. And if we ask them to leave the market, they don't. They face the wrath of the law. There are procedures within, there are provisions within the law to take care of such individuals.
So, as the economy evolves, it is essential to strike a balance between the benefits and drawbacks of middlemen, ensuring that their role supports fair trade practices and promotes economic growth. Sandra Akeme for Dateline 360.
And as concerns grow over food affordability and sustainability, questions arise about who truly benefits in the distribution chain. Kayode Oladoshi reports from Oshogbo on the impact of middlemen on food prices and the broader implications for agricultural production.
Agriculture, considered as one of the largest sectors in Nigeria's economy, contributes to over 3/4 of the non-oil foreign exchange earnings. In spite of various initiatives by the government aimed at improving the agricultural sector to enhance food security, activities of middlemen on the agricultural value chain is one of the major factors affecting agricultural production in Nigeria. Middlemen have long been involved in the agricultural chain, mostly serving as a link between the farmers and the consumers. Osun State, which is an agrarian community, the presence of middlemen is notable, coordinating various activities such as sorting, grading, transporting, and marketing. However, over the years, middlemen have been alleged for the wide gap that existed between primary production prices and the prices that the final consumers pay for the farm produce.
Before, when we go buy this one for market, we go buy them 13,000, 14,000 for the last year. But now when we go buy them, it go reach 50,000.
The high cost of food is from the farmers. We buy from the farmers and bring to the market to sell to retailers. The little cost we put on it includes cost of transportation, and the retailers would also add their own profits to the final sales price.
Reacting to the gains accrued to middlemen, it is clear that sole reliability on them needs to be checked.
The first line of call is the farmer. He goes to the farm to plant his crops, he harvests. He has two choices. He can erase the middleman, that is, he sells his product directly to the market. He can even create a buffer stock. What's a buffer stock? That is, once you harvest, you don't carry everything to the market. Very common in supply terrain. You hike them, you put them somewhere, so that you now release them, in piecemeal.
In the opinion of experts, there is a need for government at all levels to commit themselves to helping farmers with enough information, good road networks to link rural farmers with other areas of market prospects, mechanized or at best industrialized the agricultural processes to limit the activities of middlemen.
Government should make sure that transportation prices are not high, and they should make sure that they do good roads so that there will be access road to these farms. They are interland. These are the activities, because once transportation is not high in price, definitely price of finished good of the products will also be low. Then for the people too, they must have good. You don't say they are selling this mango 500 naira and you just pay. You can have good now. Can I pay 300? Then also buyers should also be conscious of the fact that if they know this middleman, they can shout it out. They can go to the press. They can tell them, we know these people, they are the ones responsible.
Rural farmers should also be educated about competitive advantage skills, local content initiative, value chain management, production, processing, packaging, storage, distribution, and marketing of agricultural goods at profitable rates. This, the experts say, will help in cutting off the sharp practices of middlemen sabotaging economic growth and boost food security and sustainability. In Oshogbo, Kayode Oladoshu for Dateline 360.
That's our package for this week. We'll hope to reach you same time next week with another issue of interest. I'm Omotola Mojola. On behalf of the production crew, I thank you for your time. God bless Nigeria.